not even a week after some pre-orders went live, we now have a dump truck load of rumours of figgies that are going to be coming out soon, and well, I'm here to talk about them. Hello Figgy Fiends and Collectors, this is me, Daniel E1000, back again with another video just to talk about some rumours which have been circulating. Obviously these are to be taken with a pinch of salt, although a couple have sort of been confirmed. Some good sources have picked some of them out. So first and foremost, due to the coronavirus outbreak, of which I'm sure we are all familiar about if you're watching in the present time, we're obviously not going to have any Comic Cons to go to this year because they've all pretty much been cancelled. Naturally, Hasbro would have had a convention exclusive planned, and the rumour going around at the moment, there is potentially going to be a 4-pack rumoured to be Clone Troopers. YakFace has reported on this exclusive, or what was meant to be an exclusive, although they're just going to be pushed out onto either Hasbro Pulse or other specialist sites. I assume at least one of those figures will be a figure that we can at least get at mass market, because that's what Hasbro tends to do. We'll have to wait and see. There's no real information going around this. If I was to speculate, given that we've just had Clone Wars and given that a lot of people have been asking for it, I would possibly assume that it might be 4-pack of 501st Clone Troopers, but with the Ahsoka markings. It might be a bit of wishful thinking on my part, but given that it's something that collectors have been wanting and Hasbro haven't released or announced it, it wouldn't surprise me if they do that, at least with like various markings, maybe even Commander Vaughn, which might be an exclusive to that set. I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see, but I'd like to see that. Furthermore, a Walmart UPC machine has apparently leaked a new potential wave that could be coming in terms of 6-inch Black Series. This includes Moff Gideon from The Mandalorian, Han Solo from Return of the Jedi, Luke Skywalker from Return of the Jedi, a Clone Trooper from the Clone Wars, of which, like that San Diego Comic Con exclusive pack may indicate, might be an Ahsoka Clone Trooper. No information other than it's a Clone Trooper with that one. Return of the Jedi Princess Leia, and I think the one that I'm most hyped for, Cad Bane, of which, as I am a cherry picker, I like to pick and choose the characters that I want the most and get the others later on down the line. I reckon Cad Bane's going to be one that I'm instantly going to put a pre-order on, just because I remember when that character came to be, the first episode that he was in the Clone Wars, I was like, I need a figure of him. And when Hasbro said they were going to make a figure of him in 334-inch, I remember searching high and low for an action figure of him. The figure they released in 334-inch wasn't great, but it was enough for me. So I'm looking forward to getting a high quality 6-inch Black Series figure of Cad Bane, if that's true, which I would assume is true given that a Walmart UPC machine revealed it, and they've revealed many other figure waves, including the Rebels one that we spoke about in my last video. It's exciting. It's very, very exciting, that wave. It certainly targets original trilogy fans and prequel trilogy fans, and Moff Gideon's a nice inclusion for those who are fans of The Mandalorian. Furthermore, and I don't think I mentioned this in my last video, a Walmart UPC machine did reveal another wave aside from this, all with very hidden, cryptic character code names. A lot of people are presuming that these are going to be characters probably from The Mandalorian. There is one character which is under the code name Salem, of which people are assuming is going to be something from The Rise of Skywalker. So it's nice to finally get some more Rise of Skywalker figures. I think Hasbro have massively dropped the ball in terms of characters. Personally, when I think of that film, I can't think of many characters they could do, but it is kind of annoying that they just haven't really bothered much with it. But a lot of people are assuming it could be Darkseid Rey or Corpse Satine, spoiler alert, but we don't know. They're just very cryptic names, but for the most part people are assuming they're going to be from The Mandalorian. So again, that's like 2 waves now that we're expecting. I'm going to assume that some of these are going to be coming in 2021 or towards near the back end of this year. I don't know, but given what I said in my last video, there is a lot of figures coming this year. It's a little bit crazy to keep track of, and the fun doesn't stop there, people. We're getting 3 new, I had to think about that again, 3 new Gaming Greats figures. One from Jedi Fallen Order, of which is, well, the Purge Trooper. Now, it's unknown if this is going to be a straight up repack of this guy, of which was an exclusive anyway, but it wouldn't surprise me if they do this and include some different accessories like the Electro Strap that I possibly mentioned in my review of him. So yeah, I think some different loadout weapons, maybe a different pauldron and accessories that will go with that guy. I'm not too sure, I can only assume, just to variate it from this exclusive. But we're getting another Purge Trooper, apparently. Secondly, we're going to be getting a Jango Fett, but from the Bounty Hunter video game, of which is a very, very strange choice, given that that's a game that came out quite a few years ago. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't, it's not one of those video games that stands out to me. I know it's a good video game from what I've read from people and from what I've heard. It's just not a video game that particularly jumps out to everyone when you think about Star Wars video games. But nonetheless, it's really cool that we're getting that. And I mean, we already have a Jango Fett sculpt, so it'll be interesting to see if they do any tweaks and modifications to that. I would definitely assume they'll give it the new Face Tech real technology treatment. But yeah, what will it come with in terms of accessories? I don't know. They might just do a straight up repack. We're just going to have to wait and see. And thirdly, we are getting from Knights of the Old Republic. I can't believe Hasbro listened to this one. This one, again, is another one that I'm going to want. Darth Nihilus, of which is absolutely awesome if this is true. I'm really hoping no one is trolling us, because that's a character I actually mentioned in my Jedi Knight Revan review that I'd love to see. And to be honest, I would have thought they would have done Malak next, just because that would go well with Darth Revan. But the fact that we're getting the very, very hungry Sith Lord, I'm looking forward to how that figure's going to look like, because that's going to have to be a completely new figure, and possibly explains why the Gaming Greats line has been predominantly made up of repaints and repacks, essentially, because obviously to do a character like that is going to require new tooling and things. So I'm very, very excited to see this guy. I hope they use a ton of soft goods on him. Looking forward to seeing what Hasbro does with that character. So yeah, that's a bit of rustling from the rumour mill, and I'm just hoping that we don't have it all dumped onto us in the next couple of weeks' time as to, oh, you have to pre-order these now or you're going to miss out. And this, again, is something that is somewhat frustrating. I'm really pleased about all these reveals and stuff, but just the sheer amount of things that is getting made this year and in the coming months, it's a lot to plan. And it would have been nice if Hasbro made some reveals in their previous live stream as to give us an indication as to what they're making and what's coming, so we can actually plan a little better and budget a little bit more. And like I said in my last video, vintage collection collectors are getting royally shafted. Just pales into comparison as to rumours and leaks, pre-orders that Star Wars The Black Series collectors have had. And it's a crying shame, it really is. So there are all the rumour rustlings that have been going around recently. Let me know what you guys think, and the ones that you're most excited for in the comments below. And this is me, Daniel East 1000, signing out. Thank you very much for watching.